My name is BumpLive, and today I'm going to be breaking a Minecraft speedrunning world record. And you may be asking why I, with zero speedrunning experience, would try to get a speedrunning world record. And maybe I have never been in Minecraft on my own, but there's a current record holder who we do not like. Hola currently holds the Pride Percent RSG world record, meaning that she's the fastest person to create all 4 Pride flags on a random seed. And since Pride Month is in exactly 1 week, and I have beef, I will be trying to get the record by June 1st. Since I was going in blind, the first thing I had to do was figure out how to make the banners at least somewhat fast, because I couldn't do the run until I figured out how to make the banners consistently, or I would not have a good run. And let's just say, it's a bit harder than you would think. Okay, I'm gonna start with the rainbow one, because I think that's the easiest one. No, this cannot be right. There's 6 colors total, and I have 5, but I'm missing green and blue. How does that make sense? Okay, I think I'm gonna do bi-flag, because it's only 3 colors. This is way better. I think I'm gonna practice this for a bit, then I'm gonna try the other flags. Okay, I've been doing this for like 20 minutes, and I think I have it down. Yeah. I think I could move on to the other flags now. What the fuck? There's so many colors. It's too much for me to comprehend right now. Okay, I watched some runs, and I think the strategy that I could use is I make one fully pink, then one pink on the top, then that one orange on the bottom, then they both get a white stripe across. Then that's like two of the 4 flags, so I can remember that. Then I go light blue, then I go magenta and red. That's clean. I'm actually learning this way faster than I thought I would. Like the patterns you have to do in the boom. Okay, I figured out the rainbow one, but it doesn't work in my head because you have to start with green on the top and yellow at the bottom, and it just doesn't make sense to me. This isn't the actual run yet, but I'm gonna time how fast from the dies and the banners I can make all the flags and place them down, because that's the last thing I have to do in the run, like after I get all the dies. Okay, start. Okay, honestly, 54:19 isn't that bad of a time. I might have to increase it a bit, but I think if I could get that in an actual run, then that's close enough, because in the runs I watched, it was about 50 seconds from die to banners placed. So I think I'm going to start attempting my runs now. But wait, there's a catch. If I'm going to try getting the world record in 7 days, including the 1 day I spent learning how to make banners, I need to figure out how to do the thing where speedrunners have a bunch of instances open at once, so I could reload seeds way faster, and have a much better chance getting the seed that I want. Because all the seeds in the runs I've watched, they need an acacia village, a desert temple, and blue flowers. So I have to set that up first. Unfortunately though, if you ask anyone who knows me, I'm terrible at installing things on my computer. It's partially because of the computer, but also because of me. Oh my god. Okay, so it's 3 hours later, and I think it works. Bro, I still can't get my settings to save. So I'm playing on like 400 times sensitivity. Oh my god. Okay, it's another 2 hours later, and I got the settings to work, so I could finally do a run, but then I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired. So yeah, I'll try getting one run in. The top middle is acacia, so I think I'm going to try that seed. Okay, since this is the first time I'm actually doing the run in this video, instead of using my commentary, I'm gonna voice over. So first, you need to get your dyes, which is red flowers, blue flowers, and yellow flowers, and a cactus, which makes every color. So I grab my flowers, then you go to a desert, where you grab some sticks, because you might need a pickaxe there in the run, and you get your cactus, and this is when you need to find an acacia village and a desert temple. The way you loot is you break down through the sandstone, and then you fucking explode, because I have no clue how to do this run yet. It's only day 1. First, you gather blue flowers in a plains biome, red and yellow flowers anywhere. In the desert, you get cactus for green dye, then you find your way to the acacia village or the desert temple. Now that I'm looking for the acacia village or the desert temple, I accidentally hit a weird bind that apparently resets the run, and then I rage quit and turn my computer off. Okay, so it's day 2 now, and my goal for today is just to complete a run, and hopefully for it to be under 10 minutes. But before I attempted my own run, I decided I would try to do a run on a set seed that one of the previous world record holders did their run on. To see if I got a good seed, then I could actually perform the run. And since there isn't that much commentary for this section, I'm going to put some Subway Surfers on the screen, because apparently that's what keeps people's attention spans today. 5:26 is not good. The time the person got on the seed without knowing where everything is was like 4:30. But we all have to start somewhere. And little do my opposition know, I am mentally insane. If I grind this run for 6 hours a day, I will get fast enough. Yeah, I was ready. This seed looks pretty good. This is pretty good pace right now. Now all I need is a desert temple. Okay, I've been running for a while, but this is pretty good pace. I think I could get like sub 6 here if I get lucky. Oh my god, desert temple. I'm out of food. Oh my god. I may be walking, but at least I'm going to finish a run. In the temple, about 4 minutes. Bro, what the fuck? Why is there a skeleton? Oh my god. What the f- Now that's crazy. That is insane. That would have been a good run too. Like, latest I would have finished that would be like 6 minutes, and that's like... And 6 minutes is still like top 10 on the leaderboard. I've been doing this for too long because now my computer is lagging when I open the worlds, but it's fine because it goes away. Village 40 seconds in is really good. Bro, what? What is the seed? Now I'm pausing to think because I know this is world record pace, but I also equally know I am not prepared in any shape or form to get world record here. And I just kind of need to accept that. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting world record, but I'm still getting a pretty good time here. That was an awful TNT. I didn't get any chest or any cobblestone for the furnace. There's absolutely no way I'm at 321 and I shift clicked every red dye into pink dye. That is insane. Okay, I know I have fumbled a lot of runs, but believe it or not, By the end of day 2, I actually got a run, and it happened only 30 minutes after that. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm slowly losing my mind. I'm like 5 hours deep right now. I do feel like I'm improving at the run though, because like, I know how to do certain things. I don't know how many of each flower I need yet, but like, I know how to identify a good seed. Like, this is a really good seed right now because blue flowers and desert temple next to an acacia, which is like, that's like all of it. Okay, so we have the village, and our time is pretty decent. If I don't mess this up, like the last run, I think this is gonna be about 5 minutes. I'm not sure though. Since I already have wood, I'm gonna break the ones in the corner because those give me 2 banners at a time. Yeah, this is the part that I definitely need to improve at. I can't craft that fast, and I think that's really important to the run once I get a good seed. Lesbian. Bro, I am missing a red die. Oh my god. GG's, that's like 504. Day 2, and I was already in the top 7. But to get to first, I would have to trim an entire minute and 30 seconds off of my time, which I'm not too sure I could do. Day 2 was honestly a pretty big day, because right after that run, I cut 25 seconds off of my time and got a 440 run. The run was objectively worse. I was in the village at 2 minutes, and I was struggling to find a desert temple, but when I got to it, my mechanics were slightly better, and even though I ran out of hunger, I still managed to explode and die. I do not know why creepers and skeletons keep killing me in the desert temple, but it's something that I just have to live with. Luckily though, the run directly after that, I managed to get to the temple on time, and I didn't mess up any of the banners, securing me a time of 450. The run was honestly really scuffed, but pretty much any run would be my new best, because of how few complete runs I had. By day 2, I pretty much knew what I was doing, but I still was not anywhere close to the world record. It's day 3, and day 3 was easily the worst day. I did runs for about 6 hours, and I did not beat my best from day 2, although there were a few interesting seeds that I got. My first run was pretty standard. I went to the Acacia village, and I entered the temple with everything I needed. It could have broken my best time, but I still wasn't prepared enough to get a really good time. But I somehow found a witch on easy mode in the middle of the desert, and little did I know, it had followed me about 100 blocks into the temple. So when I built back up to get my crafting table to make a furnace, it just killed me. And this is like the highlight of day 3, because day 3, nothing was happening. This is before I was going insane from doing this run, and before I was good at the run, but also after I've gotten all the basic stuff down. So this is the only interesting thing that happened on day 3. I mean, also I did find a seed that didn't even spawn me on an island. It just spawned me in the middle of the ocean, which I think is pretty funny. But like not even just in the water, like hundreds of blocks away from any land. So I think I'll include that in the video as well. I guess there is also this one seed where I managed to die less than 2 seconds, which I guess that's significant. But yeah, that's day 3. It was day 4, the halfway point in the video, and I really did not have that much to show. I wasn't on pace to break the record, and day 4, I wouldn't decrease my time by that much. I had a seed which spawned me directly in an Acacia village, which was really lucky. I also managed to get to the desert temple pretty quick, but the one problem is I didn't have the blue flowers, which I could not complete the run without. If I found the blue flowers, the run would have been ridiculously fast, but it ended up only being about 5 minutes. And when the run was about to be finished, I realized I forgot a cactus and I had to run all the way to the desert to get the cactus for the 1 green dye. So this run was a bit scuffed, but I was at least making progress. This is the only run that I finished on day 4 because I could not play for as much on day 4, so now we're on to day 5, meaning I only have 3 days left to get the record. Day 5 was big. On day 5, I broke my record more than once, and it was the day that I realized I actually did have a chance at getting the world record. My first run of the day was going pretty good. I spawned next to every flower I needed, and was quickly inside of an acacia village. After getting everything I need, I head to the desert, which was very close by, and at about 2 minutes in, I was already in the desert temple. This was a really good pace, especially because at this point I had trimmed my time for making the banners down, so this was looking like it would be a sub 4 run, or at least close to 4 minutes. But unfortunately, after I was in the desert temple for a bit, I realized something. There were no bones. Bones are crucial to the run, because I need white dye to make pink, orange, white, and magenta dye. But somehow, despite there being a 99.3 chance for bones to spawn in the desert temple, there were no bones. So, this run was dead. I spawned in an acacia village that was partially inside of a plains biome, so I had all my banners and the blue flowers right off the bat. After running for a while, I got to the desert temple pretty early, and began to create all the dyes I needed, as well as the loom. My TNT explosion didn't get any stone, so I had to craft a golden pickaxe to get the stone to make the furnace. It took me about a minute and a half to create all the banners, but I finished with a time of 4 minutes and 10 seconds. This run would put me in the top 5. I only have to trim another 35 seconds off of my time to get number 1. My next run went basically the same. It was pretty good pace, maybe even a bit better, but when I got to the desert temple, there were mobs, and when there's mobs and you don't have a pickaxe, then there is no way to complete the run and you get killed. I continued to do runs for a few hours, and I ended the day getting another 4 minute and 11 second run, then almost breaking the 4 minute barrier with a 4 minute and 2 second run. I was 27 seconds away from the world record, but I only had 48 hours left before the challenge was over. It was day 6. There were 48 hours left, and I wasn't sure that I would be able to do it. I was beginning to lose my sanity. I'd been putting in about 5 or 6 hours every day into the run, and was beginning to have dreams about it. When I woke up and walked to school, I saw lilacs at my neighbor's house, and my mind immediately thought pink dye. But I was in too deep, and now was no time to stop. My first run, I spawned on an absolutely insane seed, with blue flowers, an acacia village, and a desert temple all in view without increasing my render distance. After getting everything I needed, I had to climb on top of the hill because there were no yellow flowers near the ground, which did get rid of a lot of time for me, but after getting everything I needed, I went to the desert temple. Things were going good, except for one crucial mistake. I accidentally made 4 light blue dye, and I realized that this meant I would not be able to complete the run, but after pausing for a minute, I decided I would complete it just to see what the time would be, even if it was not a run that I could submit. I got a time of 3:45, although the colors were wrong, so it's not an actual 3:45. Even though this run didn't count, I still considered it my best time, meaning I would only have to shave another 10 seconds to get the world record. My last run of day 6 was going pretty well, but when I made it to the desert temple and mined the sandstone, there was no desert temple. It had exploded. I don't know how this had happened, but that was the last run of day 6. It was day 7. 24 hours remained until the challenge was over. I had 10 hours until midnight, and I was prepared to play all 10 of them. People were 18 minutes into the video and still not subscribed, and I was ready to lock in. My first run was ruined because the desert temple had no string, although it did have 2 enchanted golden apples. My next run was insane. I spawned in and I had everything in the first 30 seconds, and I was in the desert temple at only a minute. If I didn't choke everything, this run could have been a sub 3 minute run, which has never been seen before. When I began to craft the banners, I realized my one fatal mistake. I had 3 banners, when obviously I needed 4. Even with forgetting the banner though, I managed to climb up the desert temple, get the banner from the village, and still get a 407, which puts me in the top 5, which just shows how good this run could have been. At this point, I thought I threw my only chance. That seed could have gotten me a time that blew the previous record out of the water, but I messed it up. The day was not over though, and I had to continue. 30 minutes later, I had a really good run, and after getting to the desert temple, I finished at 3 minutes and 49 seconds, 14 seconds away from the world record. It was close, but I was running low on time. There were 4 hours until the challenge was over, and it seemed like I needed a miracle. And a miracle I got. I spawned inside of an acacia village and made my way to a desert temple. The only problem, I didn't have any blue flowers. Although I had amazing time, I still need to find some blue flowers. By the time I made it to the blue flowers, the clock was ticking, and I went as fast as I could with the banners, but I only got a time of 3 minutes and 42 seconds. This time was good enough for me to be in the top 3. It was only 7 seconds away from being first, but it wasn't good enough yet. At this point, I was 7 seconds away from the world record, but I only had 2 hours until the challenge was over. I began to question why I was even making this video. I barely have beef with Pola. I've had one conversation with her that slightly rubbed me the wrong way, but that's about it. But I don't think that's a valid reason to drop like 20 hours on taking a speedrunning world record. Then I remembered, if I don't get this record before Pride Month, then I hate gay people. Knowing this, I was ready. It was May 31st, 120 minutes until midnight, and on the last attempt I would get, I was ready. Immediately, I got the blue flowers. At 34 seconds in, I entered the village, and at 53 seconds, I got the banners. A minute and 20 seconds in, I entered the desert and saw the desert temple. I entered the temple at 1 minute and 38 seconds, a full 14 seconds after Pola's run when she entered at 124. If I were to get the world record, I would have to have better mechanics by a full 14 seconds. At 2 minutes in, I exploded the TNT to get the cobblestone. I began to work on the banners knowing that I did not have that much time. My heart was pounding because I knew this was the last attempt. I've had a lot of last attempts today, but this opportunity would not come again. I sped through the banners and was on the final one when finally, at 3 minutes, 30 seconds, and 365 milliseconds, I had taken the world record by 2 seconds.